According to the Stoics, the greatest individuals are defined by their ability to handle stress and face challenges head-on. Yet, we've often been taught that as soon as we feel stressed, we should slow down or step back, as if stress were something detrimental to us. The Stoics, however, understood that just as a gem is shaped by the earth's intense pressure, a great person is forged through the trials of life. Greatness is not born from ease, but from struggle and perseverance. One particular quote from Seneca captures this well: "Just as a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor can a person be perfected without trials. You are who you are, and who you will become. Within you lies the power to transform yourself, to grow and improve daily." Through the wisdom of Stoicism, one can reach their highest potential. If you wish to embrace Stoicism, you must first recognize what lies within your control. To help others, you must first help yourself. Master your mind, your responses to internal and external events, your habits and impulses. Only then can you walk the Stoic path and begin the journey to self-mastery. This path to greatness requires focused attention and mindfulness, as it is a lifelong journey grounded in constant improvement and living true to our virtues. If this resonates with you, stay with us on this journey. Subscribe to Victory in Silence, leave a comment, listen through the entire video, and share it with friends. Let's strive for greatness together, one step at a time. Lesson 1. The virtue of present focus. How often do you find yourself caught up in the regrets of yesterday or anxieties about tomorrow? Our first lesson centers on the Stoic practice of focusing on the present. The Stoics taught that this moment, the here and now, holds the key to liberation. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to confine yourself to the present. But what does this mean for us today? In a world constantly driven by notifications and endless distractions, too often our minds drift to the future or the past, places where our control is limited. Stoicism calls us back, grounding us in the now, where our real power lies. Think about it. Every second spent worrying about the future is a second taken away from living and acting in the present. By harnessing the present, we engage with life as it truly unfolds, not as we fear it might. How can you practice this focus in your daily life? Start by integrating mindfulness into your routine. Dedicate just 5 minutes a day to observe your surroundings. Breathe deeply and immerse yourself in the now. This practice doesn't just enrich your perception of the moment. It builds your resilience to remain present when times are tough. Imagine beginning your day. Notice the warmth of your morning coffee, the sounds around you. Grounding yourself in these details sharpens your present focus and dims the noise of past and future worries. The Stoics believed that by concentrating on the present, we uncover a deep reservoir of peace and resilience. As you continue exploring Stoicism, let this practice of present focus be your guide toward a more centered, empowered life. Ask yourself, how will you remind yourself to stay present today? How might this shift in focus transform your approach to life's challenges? Lesson 2. Embracing change as a pathway to growth. How do you respond when life disrupts your plans? For the Stoics, change was not an obstacle, but a vital part of the universe's natural order. As Marcus Aurelius put it, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. What can we learn from this to help us navigate the inevitable changes we all face? Change may bring discomfort and uncertainty, but it also sows seeds of growth and renewal. Our ability to adapt is what ultimately defines the impact of these shifts on our lives. Stoicism teaches us to embrace change with an open heart, recognizing that it is not the circumstances themselves, but our responses that shape our experiences. How can you cultivate this mindset? Begin by noticing how you react to small changes in your daily routine. Instead of resisting these minor disruptions, try embracing them. For instance, if your usual route to work is blocked, take this as an opportunity to notice new scenery or tune into an inspiring podcast. Practicing acceptance on a small scale prepares you for larger life changes. Whether they involve career shifts, relationship dynamics, or personal losses, each change you face is an invitation to grow in resilience and wisdom. Imagine yourself a year from now, having embraced these changes fully. How might your life be richer? What new strengths will you have developed? Reflect on these questions to truly appreciate the transformative power of change. Think about a recent change you experienced. How did you respond? What might you do differently next time to align more closely with Stoic principles? Engage with these reflections and share your experiences in the comments. Remember, the journey through Stoicism is about practical application. It's about transforming challenges into opportunities and turning fears into moments of learning. If this lesson resonated with you, remember to subscribe to Victory in Silence. Leave a comment with your thoughts, listen all the way through, and share this video with friends. Together, let's walk this path to embrace change more openly and confidently. Lesson 3. Cultivating emotional resilience. How often do we let our emotions control our actions? According to Stoicism, the key to enduring life's challenges is not in avoiding pain or seeking comfort, but in building an inner fortress of calm and rationality. As Seneca wisely said, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. His words highlight the importance of focusing on the present and staying steady, regardless of external circumstances. Understanding emotional resilience, in Stoic terms, is not only the ability to bounce back from hardship, but to turn adversity into an opportunity for growth. Stoics saw adversity as a training ground for fortitude and wisdom. To be resilient is not merely to recover, it's to evolve, using challenges as stepping stones to greater personal development. Epictetus famously stated, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." This reinforces the idea that our emotions are shaped not by events, but by our perception of them. A resilient individual uses rational judgment to frame life's challenges in alignment with Stoic virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Stoics practice reframing, viewing potentially negative events as opportunities for virtue. A professional setback, for instance, becomes not a source of distress, but an opportunity to practice perseverance and adaptability. Similarly, a Stoic strives for objectivity, striving to see situations without bias or emotional distortion by asking, "What are the facts of this situation? Am I adding any personal interpretation that clouds my judgment?" Practical Stoic strategies for emotional resilience. Stoicism offers several daily practices to build emotional resilience. 1. Cognitive distancing. This technique involves stepping back from immediate emotional reactions to observe them objectively. By creating a psychological space, we can assess emotions without being overwhelmed. Imagine watching your emotions from a distance, as if they belong to someone else. This detachment helps you see that you are not defined by these emotions, allowing for a rational response instead of a reactive one. 2. Challenging irrational beliefs. Stoics actively question and replace irrational thoughts that fuel negative emotions. When you catch yourself thinking, "This is the worst thing that could happen," pause and question its truth. Replacing exaggerated thoughts with balanced perspectives fosters resilience and reduces emotional volatility. 3. Voluntary discomfort. By practicing controlled discomfort, such as fasting or enduring cold, Stoics train themselves to face hardship with greater ease. This exercise helps reduce the emotional impact of future hardships, making challenges less intimidating. 4. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is crucial to developing a non-judgmental awareness of thoughts and feelings. Begin with a few minutes each day focusing on your breath. Sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and feel the sensation of air moving in and out of your body. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. This practice trains you to be present, reducing reactivity to external stressors and embodying the Stoic ideal of equanimity. 5. Journaling for reflection. Stoicism values journaling as a tool for self-awareness and emotional clarity. By regularly recording your thoughts and reactions, you gain insight into your triggers and emotional patterns. Each evening, write down any challenges you faced, how you responded, and whether your actions aligned with Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance. Reflecting on these entries weekly reveals patterns and helps you devise strategies for similar situations in the future. 6. The view from above us. To reduce the weight of personal problems, Stoics practiced imagining themselves as a small part of a larger whole. This perspective, called the view from above, helps us see our issues in context, as a small piece of a vast universe. The next time you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to visualize your life from a bird's eye view, part of a much larger picture. This shift in perspective diminishes stress and increases feelings of calm and connection. Examples of Stoic resilience in history: Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, faced a devastating crisis during the Antonine Plague, which swept through the Roman Empire from 865 to 180. Likely smallpox, this plague claimed millions of lives, shaking the empire's population, military, and economy. Yet amid these trials, Marcus remained composed, embodying Stoic virtues of duty and acceptance. In Meditations, he wrote, "Be like the promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it." This metaphor beautifully captures his resilience and unwavering calm, serving as an inspiring reminder of our capacity to maintain inner peace even in the midst of external chaos. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, faced exile to the island of Corsica in AD 41, cut off from his political and social life in Rome. Yet, instead of succumbing to despair, Seneca turned to philosophy and writing, producing some of his most profound works. Through Stoicism, he found purpose in adversity, showing that true resilience comes from within. His example reminds us to seek inner stability and strength, regardless of outer circumstances. These stories from Stoic history underscore that while we may not control external events, we can always control our responses. Building your own fortress of resilience, reflect on how you can begin to cultivate emotional resilience in your own life. How might reframing setbacks as opportunities transform your daily experience? As you take these insights into practice, remember to subscribe to Victory in Silence. Leave your reflections in the comments, and share this video with others who could benefit. Let's continue walking the Stoic path, embracing challenges and building resilience together. Lesson 4. The strength of self-control in Stoicism. Self-control is the cornerstone of inner strength. To the Stoics, self-control meant not only regulating one's emotions and desires, but also aligning actions with rational thought and ethical principles. Self-control frees us from the pull of impulses and momentary gratifications, allowing us to live in harmony with reason. For Stoics like Epictetus, self-control was more than a personal virtue. It was a pathway to freedom. He once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." By practicing self-control, we liberate ourselves from overreacting to external events and emotions, sustaining inner peace and resilience. Developing self-control through intentional living each morning. Set intentions grounded in your Stoic values. Decide which virtues you want to embody and how you will handle the inevitable challenges that arise. This daily practice of proactive intention setting creates a foundation, ensuring your actions are aligned with your broader philosophical goals. A powerful way to build self-control is to practice delaying gratification. Start with small, intentional challenges. Wait a few minutes longer before eating, or hold off on leisure activities until essential tasks are completed. These exercises strengthen willpower, teaching you to prioritize long-term satisfaction over immediate impulses. When faced with decisions, whether big or small, practice taking a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself which choice aligns with your Stoic principles and long-term goals. This habit of deliberate choice ensures that your actions are purposeful and rooted in your ethical framework. Daily reflection to strengthen self-control. At the end of each day, review instances when you exercised self-control and moments when you may have given in to impulse. Reflect on the consequences of both and consider what strategies could improve your self-control in the future. This reflection not only enhances awareness but also helps reinforce the behaviors and mindsets that foster self-discipline. Engaging in Stoic exercises like voluntary discomfort, for example, taking cold showers or fasting, can strengthen both mental and physical resilience. These practices not only prepare you to face discomfort more effectively, but also build psychological endurance, making it easier to maintain self-control under stress. Challenge impulsive thoughts as they arise. Replace "I want this now" with "Is this truly beneficial in the long term?" This subtle shift in perspective strengthens your alignment with Stoic rationality and self-discipline. Historical lessons in self-control. Marcus Aurelius, known for his steadfast adherence to Stoic values, offers a vivid example of self-control in the face of political and personal challenges. Despite setbacks and the moral decay around him, he consistently chose actions aligned with his values, demonstrating immense self-control even amid Rome's corruption. His life shows us that true strength comes not from reacting to external pressures, but from choosing one's path with clarity and integrity. Similarly, Seneca's letters to Lucilius contain practical guidance for maintaining self-control amidst life's pleasures and pressures. He recommended embracing life's simple joys without overindulgence, a balanced approach we can apply today. His teachings remind us that self-control is a powerful tool for managing reactions to both small irritants and major upheavals. Practicing self-control for a stronger life. As you incorporate these practices, think about how self-control can empower you to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and patience. By setting intentions, pausing for reflection, and challenging impulsive thoughts, you actively cultivate the strength within. Remember to subscribe to Victory in Silence, share your thoughts in the comments, and pass this video on to others on the same path. Together, let's apply Stoic principles to deepen our self-control and live with intentional purpose. Lesson 5. Embracing Stoic acceptance. How can embracing acceptance transform our response to life challenges and adversities? In Stoicism, acceptance is far more than passive resignation. It's an active, thoughtful embrace of the natural order of the universe. Stoic acceptance is rooted in the belief that everything unfolds according to logos, the rational structure that guides the universe. By adopting this perspective, challenges stop being obstacles to happiness and instead become avenues to cultivate virtue and develop inner strength. For Stoics like Epictetus, acceptance begins with the wisdom to distinguish between what lies within our control and what does not. He advises us to make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. This guiding principle encourages us to focus our energy where it matters, on our actions, choices, and attitudes, while releasing unnecessary frustration over external events we cannot influence. Developing the practice of Stoic acceptance, begin by clarifying what aspects of your life are within your control, your efforts, responses, and values. At the same time, acknowledge what lies beyond your control, such as the actions of others, the past, and much of the external world. This clarity allows you to channel your energy wisely and avoid the drain of resisting the inevitable. Consider integrating a daily gratitude practice, which shifts your attention from what is beyond your control to what you already have. This mindset shift not only fosters a deeper appreciation for life as it is, but also strengthens your ability to accept circumstances with calmness and grace. When difficulties arise, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" reframe the question to, "What can this teach me?" This shift transforms adversity from an obstacle into a chance for growth, aligning with the Stoic aim of continual self-improvement. Daily reflection for greater acceptance in each day by reflecting on moments where you successfully practiced acceptance and areas where you may have struggled. This reflection can reveal patterns, helping you refine your responses to future challenges. Gradually, you'll notice an increased capacity for resilience and peace as you learn to approach life's inevitable ups and downs with openness and understanding. Regular meditation can deepen your practice of acceptance by allowing you to observe your thoughts and emotions without attachment. This creates a calm mind, one that is prepared to face whatever comes without resistance. Begin each day by setting intentions that emphasize acceptance. For example, decide to greet interruptions in your workday with composure or embrace unforeseen changes with ease. Gaining perspective with the view from above, Marcus Aurelius often practiced the view from above technique, envisioning life's events from a broader perspective, which reminded him of the impermanence of human affairs within the vast universe. This powerful exercise can help us see our personal challenges as small pieces in the greater puzzle of existence, fostering a peaceful acceptance of life's transient nature. Seneca, another renowned Stoic, wrote about adversity as an integral part of life, believing that facing challenges with acceptance tests and strengthens our character. His insights inspire us to meet life's challenges not with dread but with resilience and courage, knowing they are opportunities to fortify our inner selves. Practicing Stoic acceptance daily. As you continue your journey with Stoic principles, let this practice of acceptance guide you to a place of deeper inner peace and strength. Remember that each challenge you accept without resistance is a step toward the freedom Epictetus describes. Freedom from needless suffering, frustration, and the illusion of control. For more on Stoic acceptance and daily Stoic practices, subscribe to Victory in Silence. Share your thoughts in the comments and pass this on to others looking to deepen their understanding of Stoic wisdom. Together, let's cultivate a mindset of acceptance and resilience in the face of life's unpredictability. Lesson 6. Cultivating emotional agility. How can mastering emotional agility transform the way we face obstacles and enhance resilience? Emotional agility is the skill of managing thoughts and feelings in a way that is intentional, mindful, and aligned with one's values. For Stoics, this means acknowledging emotions without being dominated by them, thus preserving control over actions and maintaining a rational mindset. The power of emotional awareness. The first step in cultivating emotional agility is to observe your emotions as they arise. Notice when feelings of anger, frustration, or anxiety surface, but rather than reacting immediately, pause and reflect. This moment of pause is where your true power lies. The space between feeling and acting allows you to choose a response that aligns with Stoic virtues like patience, empathy, and rational action. For example, if you feel frustrated with a colleague, use this pause to reframe your perception. Consider their actions from a place of compassion, or see the situation as a chance to develop patience and understanding. This practice of reframing strengthens your ability to choose how you respond, rather than allowing emotions to control you. Practicing controlled discomfort for greater resilience. A core Stoic exercise to build resilience is to face controlled discomfort. Practicing small adversities, such as taking cold showers or fasting, helps expand your comfort zone and trains you to endure stress without losing composure. Over time, this mental conditioning helps you remain calm and composed when real challenges arise. Reflect and refine your emotional responses. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on how you handled emotional challenges. Did you respond thoughtfully or react impulsively? Reflecting on these moments allows you to identify patterns in your emotional responses and see areas for growth. Keeping a journal where you analyze your emotions can provide clarity, helping you adopt a more deliberate approach to future emotional challenges. Developing presence through meditation. Regular meditation supports emotional agility by nurturing a calm, focused mind. By training yourself to remain present during meditation, you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions as they arise, making it easier to pause and assess situations objectively. This awareness allows you to stay centered and resilient, even in difficult moments. Lessons from the Stoic masters. Marcus Aurelius frequently emphasized the importance of emotional resilience, encouraging a steady, composed mind regardless of circumstances. In his writings, he reminds us to approach challenges as opportunities to demonstrate virtue, maintaining grace and clarity in adversity. Epictetus taught that true freedom arises from recognizing what is within our control and what is not. He viewed the ability to choose our responses, especially in challenging situations, as the essence of emotional agility. Imagine the freedom that comes from being able to respond to life's trials thoughtfully, without being driven by impulses or external events. Building your practice of emotional agility. As you integrate these practices into daily life, you'll find a growing sense of peace and freedom. Stoic emotional agility is not about suppressing feelings, but about engaging with them thoughtfully, using each experience as an opportunity to grow in wisdom, patience, and inner calm. For further insights and tools for your Stoic journey, be sure to subscribe to Victory in Silence and share your progress in the comments below. Let's continue to build a community focused on resilience, self-mastery, and mindful living. Lesson 7. The art of detachment. How can mastering detachment help us manage our emotions more effectively and enhance our decision-making? In Stoic philosophy, detachment is about cultivating a space between our emotions and our actions. It allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For the Stoics, true freedom lies in mastering our inner responses, enabling us to preserve inner peace regardless of external circumstances. Understanding detachment as inner freedom, Epictetus emphasized that detachment is essential for tranquility. Men are disturbed not by things but by the views which they take of them, he said, reminding us that it's often our perception, rather than the event itself, that stirs our emotions. By practicing detachment, we reduce our vulnerability to emotional turbulence and build resilience, learning to experience life's ups and downs with equanimity. Steps to cultivate detachment. 1. Observe as an impartial spectator. Approach situations as if you were observing them from a distance. This helps you view events objectively, focusing on what actually happened without being colored by personal bias or emotional responses. 2. Describe challenges neutrally. When faced with challenges, practice describing them in neutral terms. What occurred, rather than how it made you feel. This exercise creates mental space, helping you separate yourself from emotional reactions. 3. Recognize emotions as temporary. Remind yourself that emotions are transient. They don't define you and don't have to control your actions. Ask, what would someone I admire do in this situation? This question can anchor your response in virtue and reason, guiding you toward a composed reaction. 4. Focus on effort, not outcomes. Detachment also means releasing attachment to specific results. Engage in tasks with an emphasis on effort and process, rather than being fixated on success or failure. This practice reinforces the Stoic belief that while we control our actions, the outcome is often beyond our reach. 5. Pause before reacting. Before responding to any emotional trigger, take a deep breath and count to 10. This simple pause activates your rational mind, giving you the space to choose a thoughtful response rather than reacting impulsively. 6. Daily reflection and journaling. Keep a journal where you document events that stirred strong emotions. Describe the event and your initial emotional reaction. Then reflect on whether your response was proportionate. This practice helps you track your progress with detachment, identifying moments where a calm perspective could have yielded a better outcome. Insights from Stoic philosophers. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly emphasized accepting external events without attaching emotional significance. He encouraged seeing life without the distortion of desire or aversion, finding calmness in the acceptance of what is. Seneca, too, discussed the freedom that comes from being unburdened by excessive passion. He saw detachment as a way to live fully and directly, experiencing life as it is, without being swept up in the intensity of our reactions. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means approaching life with a balanced mindset that allows for clear decision-making and personal growth. As you integrate detachment into your daily practice, you'll find a greater sense of peace and freedom, a state of mind that supports your inner strength regardless of life's uncertainties. Lesson 8. The principle of amor fati. How can embracing amor fati, the love of one's fate, transform our approach to challenges and enrich our lives? The concept of amor fati challenges us to go beyond simple acceptance, urging us to fully embrace and even love everything that happens to us, including adversity and suffering, as essential elements of our journey. For the Stoics, this does not imply passive resignation. It represents an active love for whatever life presents, perceiving each moment as inherently valuable because it arises from the rational order of the universe. Embracing life with amor fati. Friedrich Nietzsche, who was deeply influenced by Stoic ideals, famously captured this sentiment, saying, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity." For Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, amor fati was rooted in the belief that every event is woven into the grand design of the cosmos. Design that is rational and purposeful. Practices for cultivating amor fati. 1. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Shift your perspective on difficulties, seeing them not as obstacles, but as essential elements of your growth and development. This reframing transforms adversity into an opportunity for deeper wisdom and strength. 2. Daily gratitude for all events. Cultivate gratitude that encompasses everything that happens, both good and bad. By acknowledging the value of each experience, you reinforce a mindset that appreciates life in its entirety, fostering a more profound acceptance and love for reality as it is. 3. Visualize your life as a narrative. Imagine your life as a story, with every event, especially the challenging ones, playing a purposeful role. This mental exercise can help you perceive the beauty and necessity in each chapter, deepening your appreciation of your life's journey. 4. Mindful acceptance of each moment. Throughout the day, practice mindfulness by accepting and valuing each experience as it arises. When facing challenges, pause and reflect on how they may contribute to your character and growth, aligning with the amor fati approach. 5. Daily journaling through the lens of amor fati. In your journal, reflect not only on the day's events, but on how you can reinterpret each experience through the principle of amor fati. Consider how embracing even difficult moments can lead to personal growth and fulfillment. 6. Meditate on life's transience. Remind yourself of life's impermanent nature through meditation, recognizing that every joy and hardship is fleeting yet significant in shaping your character. This practice fosters a deeper love for life's journey, encouraging you to cherish both highs and lows. Insights from Stoic philosophers. Marcus Aurelius stated this mindset in Meditations, frequently reminding himself to view whatever fate brings as inherently good, because it aligns with the order of the universe. This attitude exemplifies amor fati, reflecting his commitment to fully embracing life's circumstances. Epictetus, too, emphasized that while external events are beyond our control, our response to them remains within our power. By accepting fate with love and equanimity, we find peace in our internal responses rather than attempting to control the uncontrollable. By adopting amor fati, we cultivate a deep sense of resilience and joy in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. This principle invites us to not only endure life's events, but to embrace them as meaningful parts of a beautifully interconnected whole, ultimately enriching our lives with a profound sense of purpose and peace.